Good morning again. What a day. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice in spite of, instead of, and because I can rejoice. Good morning, and we may have had a few hiccups just a little while ago, but it's okay. There's something called Murphy's Law, but I'm not even tuning into that today. Today, I have a message for you. We've been doing a series, a three-part series. I'll introduce myself again for those of you who don't know me. My name is Renee Johnson, Ambassador Renee Johnson. I'm from Nassau, Bahamas. You know where this place is? This is actually the place where God lives. So we started a session about 3 weeks now. We're on our fourth session. We were talking about the seasons, the new beginnings. We're talking about planting and reaping, and what you sow, you will reap. And then we were saying that you grow where you are planted. So I want to thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for waiting. Again, like I said, we had a few hiccups, but those of you who are in the east, whether you're in the west, north, or south, welcome, welcome, welcome to Mamlaka Broadcast Network. And today, guess what we're talking about? You remember we planted, we've done all of that good stuff. It's harvest time. How many of you have planted tomatoes and onions and all those things? And all of a sudden now you are reaping what you planted. And that is basically what it is in the kingdom. We literally reap what we sow. So today, what I want you to do for me is I want you to join me at the table. Now that you've planted, it's time to have that, let's say 5 to 7. Actually, this course meals are beyond numbers. We can't even count. You go for dinner sometimes and you go and you have a 3 course meal. That's your appetizer, your entree, and your dessert. And then sometimes you have more than that. You have up to 7, 8 courses based on what you're doing and where you are. But I want to entreat you to join me at this table because at this table, we're going to sup with the master because we've planted and now we're reaping and we're harvesting what we've planted. It says in Genesis 8:22, it states, as long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. So, you know what that means? As long as you're alive, as long as you have breath in your body, you wake up in the mornings, guess what? You may have challenges. You may have uh, favor upon your life. You will definitely have blessings. But those things come when you decide to sit at the table. Back in the day in Luke 6, it tells us about Jesus going about inviting people to sit at the table with him. And guess who he invited? He invited the lawbreakers, he invited the sinners. Trust me, it's like when they call you and tell you you have your property tax to pay or some tax to pay, they are coming to collect. And that's the same thing. However, Jesus invited them to the table. And you know what? There are always going to be people around you who believe that you are not worthy. They're going to believe that you are not supposed to sit with them. I wear a suit. You're only wearing yard clothes. And they're going to always compare notes. But Jesus said, I didn't come for the healthy. He said, I came for the sick. It's like you're not going to go to the hospital if you're well. You're going to go to the hospital if you're well, probably pray for somebody or visit somebody. But the only time you're going to go to the hospital if you're sick. So I'm saying to you, for those of you who have not accepted the Lord as your Savior, and you're wondering about what and why should I accept Him? Let me tell you something. There are some benefits. There are some benefits in the kingdom. I'm going to pause right now, and I want to thank you guys who are online. Veronique Lawson, I'm sure, I thank you for being online with us this morning. Erica, um, Victoria Isupa, and those of you, the team that's here, those of you who are invited to see online or to join me online. I know sometimes you don't plug in, but I want to tell you to plug in. I want to tell you to like Mamlaka Broadcast Network, MBN. MBN. This is where you're going to be fed and nourished. And saying that, when you sit at this table, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to be fed and you're going to be nourished and you're going to be able to face all the obstacles that may come your way. I know yesterday I dropped my phone and I cracked it, and I was really upset about it. And I say, you know what, God, it is what it is. And then this morning I'm about to log on and I just froze like this. And I said, I reached out to one of the team members and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to let the devil win. And that's what I'm saying to you today. You will have struggles. But when you sit at this table and harvest time, the yes, you may have your plants out there. Yes, you may have decided that I'm going to plant some corn and all that, and I'm going to harvest. But now it's time for you to become a fisher of men. That means when you sit at this table, the benefits are so many. There's love, there's gentleness, there's life everlasting, there's compassion, there's salvation. There is forgiveness at this table. But one of the things I want to encourage you to do is remember when you're at this table, and even when you're not at this table, remember to pray. Prayer is a mandate, it's not a choice, it's a mandate in the kingdom. So if you want your harvest to be plentiful and you want your harvest to continue to mushroom and to bloom and to grow as the seasons continue, you will have a harvest. There's things that you planted under the ground and you planted them and it takes root. That is when you're going to harvest. And so it is an opportunity for each one of us, all of us, to bring a harvest, to begin a harvest of souls. Because when we began doing that, we began to reap what we sow. And we want a better place and we want a better world. If we want a brand new world, we have to have a brand new life. And if you want a brand new life, you got to have a brand new people. And if you want a brand new people, we all got to come to Jesus Christ. So thank you again for patience and for tuning in to MBN. In the mornings, have your plug-in. And if you haven't had your coffee yet, don't forget to have your coffee. And if you haven't caught us today on Mamlaka, this is going to be posted on YouTube as well as Facebook. Come back and watch it again. But thank you for tuning in again. I'm Ambassador Renee Johnson, and I will see you at the top. God bless you and may He keep you, and may He make His face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. It's harvest time.